Welcome back, everyone. This is part two of our interview with John Schultz. John, what to you was the best part about being a race car driver?
Meeting people, learning things. You know, when we were young, there was nobody to show you how to do a lot of stuff.
Okay.
And
Did you like the feeling of being strapped in the car behind the wheel out there with other drivers?
oh yes, loved it. To me, when you strap that helmet on, if you did not shake to put on the chin strap, you had no business racing. That meant your blood was pumping, you were ready to run.
You had some adrenaline going.
Yep.
Okay. Did you ever get Did you ever get into any big crashes or big wrecks?
A few, but when I first started in that 54 Chevrolet, we weren't allowed reinforced wheels. We had stock wheels. I went into number 4 or 3 corner in Grand Rapids one time, broke a rim, the car dove down on the rear, it barrel rolled, and then it end for ended. Total of 7 times I rolled. 2 cars went underneath me when I was rolling in for end. I hit one in the hood and one in the trunk. And I believe John Broking was the one I hit in the trunk. And when we got done, it landed on its wheels. It was steaming a little bit. The officials came. I got out of the car. We looked at it. The radiator hose was off. I hollered at my crew, grab some water, and we put the hose back on and threw it back on, and we went racing.
That was a pretty tough car.
Yeah, it was tough.
They don't make them like that
No.
anymore. Are there any accomplishments that you were able to do as a race car driver that you're proud of, or like what is your best accomplishments?
Racing over in Hibbie a couple times. I took that state championship.
Oh, the Minnesota Dirt Track
Right.
Champion. Okay.
Yeah, that was a good deal. That was one of my proud accomplishments. And then I took a point series they ran during the fair one time. And it was a 3-point race, or a 3-race point system. And I took that with some dueling we had to do them days, you know.
Now, I understand over in Hibbing, Nancy Broadham always used to be a welcome wish for you. She was
Yes.
As a ticket taker.
Sweet lady. They don't make them like that anymore.
Didn't she always give you some?
Encouragement, absolutely. She always told me I was there for the money shows.
and-
Whether I was or not, whether I was going to win them or not.
Okay.
You know, didn't really know, but I was fortunate to win a few.
Now, one of those dirt track championships that you won, you actually had to go through the consolation.
Correct. At that time, I went into the corner. I was going to pass 2 guys in Hibbing coming out of number 2 corner, and they bottled me up and took me over the bank and figured I was done for the show, but that didn't work out so good. I started 21st in the consolation, won the consolation, and I started last in the feature. Stayed on the racetrack, no fuel added, no drinking, no anything. You stayed on there, and they pulled right out, and I got behind them, and I passed Corey Slusher going into turn 3 on the last lap, and won the whole shooting match.
That must have felt pretty good.
Oh, damn good.
You don't see that too often. Are you currently involved or have been involved in racing in any other forms other than being a driver or an owner?
Yeah, I was partially instrumental with setting up West Orange Racing. I was vice president for many years, and then I became president a couple of times.
That's the racing association based out of Grand Rapids that
Correct.
runs Grand Rapids Speedway?
Correct.
Okay. So you put your dues in as far as helping run a track too?
Yeah, I've heard it on a few of your other interviews. It's a thankless job, and it truly is. All racers need to do it once to understand what it means.
Help give you a little different perspective.
Absolutely.
You also owned a parts store too,
Yes, I did.
or a race supply
Race
trailer.
supply shop out of our home here, and we were very busy. We did a lot of metal work, a lot of sheet metal work, a lot of changing of some cars, suspensions, and then we sold at the racetrack. But unfortunately, in today's world, a lot of people can go to a catalog and order exactly what they want and have it delivered to their door. So
So it was a tough sledding to run a parts
It's
store.
tough, and you become a banker, and we were not be able to afford to do so.
It's tough to own your own cars, let alone
Yep.
other people's cars. Okay. Well, that concludes part 2 of our interview with John Schultz. Please stay tuned for part 3.